For Wheeling University Athletics, I'm Zach Ziegler. It's time for another edition of the Christy Benner Show, currently joined by Wheeling University head volleyball coach Christy Benner. And Christy, you guys kicked off MEC play last week, go 1-1 against West Virginia State and Fairmont State. Talk about the past week and kind of the ups and downs you guys faced.
Sure, two on-the-road matches versus two really tough opponents, and we came out 1-1, which wasn't our goal, but I'm glad to get the win last night and on the road and come back at home this Friday, so I look forward to that.
And talking about that win last night, your girls able to battle back. You dropped the first set, win 2 in a row, lose the fourth set, battle back in the fifth. Talk about how they were able to kind of fight back in the set and kind of get back into the match.
I was really proud of them after the first set. We didn't do some of the things we needed to do and drop the first set and made adjustments, and I think they really stepped up, really took those adjustments and went with it and played really well from then on.
And on the defensive side, a big night for Barrett Jones. 36 digs, the most since your GA was on the field, Audrey Francis. Talk about her night and kind of what was working for her on the back line.
Right. Well, Barrett has worked really hard this past year to work on her serve receive and just command the court out there. And she was digging balls left and right, and we were just glad that she stepped up for us. It really helped us.
And then on the offensive side, a lot of different girls contributing. Tyler Yeomans, Maddie Winters, Riley Kindall. Those have been the three main ones we've seen all season. Talk about their veteran leadership and kind of how they help this offense work.
Sure. I think they're asked to do a lot for us, and Maddie stepped up and really helped us, sparked us in that first, three sets of the match last night. And Tyla, whichever pin she is on, she's just kind of been a go-to, and she's very electric, and she has a lot of energy. And then you have Riley paired with just like that six rotation person that just kind of gets in there and is just steady and consistent and really helps us be grounded in the match. So we rely on those three a lot.
Currently joined by Wheeling University head volleyball coach Christy Benner. And Christy, you guys get ready to return home this week. Salem on Friday. Talk about what it's going to be like to be back on your home court.
Well, it's always good to be home. There's no place like home, right? So it'll be good for us to, have a couple days of practice, kind of reflect on the last two matches, looking forward to, Salem and then IUP coming up. So I feel like just being at home, having a little extra time to do maybe some film, work on some specific things that we need to work on. And so I feel that's good.
And talk about this non-conference stretch. You get Salem on Friday, IUP on Saturday. How do you use these two matches to kind of correct some of the mistakes you guys made in conference and get better for the rest of the year?
Yeah, I feel like, not using the matches to correct our errors and everything, but just being two matches this week, having like 2 or 3 days of practice, and then getting in there and hoping to be able to make adjustments when we need to, just like we did with Fairmont, but go out and maybe get better starts, quicker starts on these two matches than we did in the past.
And now it's time for the random question of the week for the Christy Benner Show. And Christy, you guys are going to be back home. We didn't get to get you before the Wheeling Invitational, so we're going to ask you here. What's your favorite part about Wheeling, whether it be the university, different restaurants around town? What's your favorite thing about Wheeling?
I really love Wheeling. I think it's a great area. I love all the quaint little like coffee shops, mom and pop restaurants. The Center Market is one of my favorite places in Wheeling. So I love all those. And I just love how family friendly the city is. There's so many things that you can do. And I also love that the community just gets out and walks and supports the students all the time. So those are my favorite things.
And finally, as you wrap up the month of September, talk about this first month as a whole, what you've seen from your girls and kind of how you're trekking towards the MEC tournament.
So I feel that September has been, a lot of ups and downs, but we've faced a lot of great teams. We've been on the road a lot. So it'll be nice to have, October we're home a good bit. So I feel that September is just like flew by, but I also felt like it was kind of long because I feel like we did play a lot of matches. We did see a lot of good teams. And, I think we're finding out a lot about this team that, is kind of young, but now kind of, more mature than we were at the beginning of, preseason. And I like that, finding out more about us and who's going to be clicking and be able to flip-flop in and out of different rotations, different lineups, and utilize a lot of different people to get what we want.
Thanks, Christy. Good luck this week. Can't wait to see you out there.
Thanks, Zach.
For Wheeling University Athletics, I'm Zach Ziegler.